Hi guys, it's me, Started Down. This isn't a new series. It's kind of more of a review show of a game that I'm quite a big fan of, and just wanted to kind of share with you guys. Also, something I should say before I start is that I'm kind of sorry if I sound a bit kind of indistinct, more indistinct than normal. I completely forgot I was recording today and ate something before I did this, so. Yeah, if you hear me go, hopefully I won't sound like that. But anyway, so the game in question came out of nowhere about 6 months ago, I think. I bought it about a month ago. Well, as you can see, it's called Valkyria Chronicles. I bought it in a Steam sale. It's really, really good. I love this game so much. So what I want to do is just run you through the gameplay. At the end, I'll put some slides telling you what I think about other aspects that are important when considering the game. So I can't really explain it to you. I'll have to show it to you. So I'm going to load a game. And yeah. I'm on the final chapter. The one problem with this game is that the boss fight is the final boss fight. I really don't enjoy. But so I'll load this one. Load this. I'm not going to show you any of the storyline battles. That's not to ruin it for you because it's got a skirmish mode and stuff. But I just have to load a game for you. So. One of the things I really love about this game is its menus. Its menus are so kind of, it's a strangely intuitive menu system. That kind of, it looks good. It's really difficult to explain. But most menus are just kind of like blocks of text and then. To set out like a book is kind of unusual, and I really enjoy kind of it. It looks nice. It's really good to just look at. As well, which is quite good. One of the main problems I should point out is that it doesn't allow you to use the mouse on this menus. As you can hear, hold on. If I just lift it and I'll rub it on my mic. You see, nothing's happening, even though I'm rubbing my mouse, moving shit. Anyway, I'm never going to do that again. Never. So, if we menu, tab select. So, there's lots of different things. I'm going to start off with a skirmish, and I'll show you the headquarters. So, skirmish. What should I do? You know what? I'm going to go for one of the earlier ones, one of the easier ones, just because of time. So here we go, and we'll go normal because I haven't. Yeah. Yes.
You will now be briefed on the operation.
So yeah, it starts off with these, it gives you a little brief. Don't be put off by the style. I know a lot of people, hate anime styling. The styling doesn't detract from the game. In fact, it's one of its greatest strengths, because a lot of games these days tend to go for the kind of, ultra high definition thing. So Conan looks, ripped as if he was a real thing. In fact, probably more ripped because it's Ultra HD and your eyes can't actually see in Ultra HD. But this game kind of went for a more old style, and that actually works in its favour because it kind of manages somehow to combine anime with 3D without looking crap as fuck. So most anime games are like kind of 2D side-scrolling things, aren't they? Like Street Fighter, that sort of thing. And then they go the other way, like the recent Final Fantasy ones, and they just look crap. Whereas this game's managed to combine it. combine it. It's like, so it has 3D models, but they are textured and kind of meshed like anime, and it works. I would really strongly recommend that you don't get put off by the fact that it's anime styled. Um, yeah, and also it works quite well on weaker systems as well, like mine. Um, it's a bit laggy at the moment because I am also recording, so I'm running Bandicam, and for some reason, despite the fact that Bandicam is meant to be like, ultra low CPU usage, still it will continuously drop half my frames off, for no good reason whatsoever. So one of the things to say about this game is it's kind of a squad-based game. It's also a kind of it's also a turn-based strategy. So I'll show you in a second. Position. So obviously you have objectives. Return. Obviously that does that. So first you've got position units. The game gives you starting positions that you don't have to fill all the way. I can start with just these two units that it has given me. I'm not going to do that. One of the nice things about this game is that it lets you, to a certain degree, pick your squad. Right. There's 5 classes for each of the soldiers. So these two are your tanks. You have tanks. So as you can see, probably down the bottom, it says Tank Commander. Then it gives you scouts. They're the ones, little symbol. It looks like the seagull for the Marines from One Piece. I'm bringing anime references into it now. But so these are fast, but they do low damage. But they can move really fast around the battlefield and are good for like capturing things, that sort of thing. Next kind of troop is the Shock Trooper. Yeah, there's an example of a Shock Trooper. Shock Troopers, high HP, high endurance, fairly low ability to move though. But they do lots of damage, and they've kind of got like a broken American corporal symbol on their shoulders. Not a British corporal symbol because it goes up. Then Lancers, these are like anti-tank gunners and things. The setting is kind of a Second World War one, but they've kind of also included fantasy elements to obviously, improve, well, not improve the story, but like kind of make it more, how to put it, like kind of make it easier to make a game out of. Engineers, they can repair tanks and terrain and that sort of thing. Again, they can move around pretty fast, but they're low damage. And then snipers can't really move around, but they will one-shot most infantry units. Anyway, so how it works is you deploy units. So she's a commander unit. I'm going to deploy her. I'm going to deploy her because she's also a commander unit. And I will probably deploy an engineer with this side to look after that tank. I only have 3 engineers? I thought I had more. I'll show you something quite... Does it do that? Yeah. So one of the things is that all of these characters have potentials. So let's do a better example. Yeah, there we go. So basically they have a maximum of 4 personal potentials and 4 battle potentials. Personal potentials are gained by taking these people into combat with you, and some are negative, some are less, some are positive, some are really negative. So so for instance, Dallas, who's this character, she has a allergy to desert terrain, so she's not very good in deserts. She's not a big fan of boys or men. So those are bad. allergies, I think, drop your HP slowly over time, whereas the hater kind of ones drop your accuracy. But she also has one, fancies women, um, uh, which sounds really awkward now I say it, but like it's quite a nice idea. It kind of allows you, it basically increases her accuracy because she's trying to impress the women. And Alicia Lover, which is her final one, which means that when she gets near a character called Alicia, who I've deployed next to her here, she gets better at doing things. Battle potentials are gained by leveling up a class. And generally they're almost always, and they're just positives. I don't think you can get a negative. Anyway, so if we swap to the other one, I'll deploy some troops. Let's put a sniper. We're gonna need. Are we gonna need? We are going to need Largo. We're gonna need what do we need? We'll engineer. Yeah, because we've got a tank there. Of course, we're gonna need an engineer. And a couple of stormtroopers for. No, because he's dead, isn't he? So. Nina and Hans. There we go. Right, so now we're ready to deploy.
All right, we're set to begin. Good luck.
God. Fucking Bandicam, it makes me look like a terrible person because I'm the obligatory pre-battle speech.
Let's drive these Imperials back out of Gallia.
They're kind of like
Squad 7, move out.
Total War. If you guys played that and you sat and you didn't deploy before the battles, your commander would give like a little speech, like fuck the Horsons or something like that. He'd say, but this is like that. Yeah, as you can see, graphically, it's a really nice game for hopefully it doesn't fuck around too much because of Bandicam. So yeah, you start the game and it looks it looks like one of those kind of like oh shit, have I only got that many command points? Fuck. Anyway, it doesn't look amazing, does it, at the end of the day? But do not let appearances fool you with this. So you start off with this kind of overview map. Yeah, sure. But the game does get... I'll show you what I mean. You select a unit.
Entering combat.
Right? And this is a nice system. You enter that unit's perspective for the battle. So instead of, all the crap you normally have with strategies, you have this kind of really, really pretty
Don't get careless. They could be anywhere.
way of doing it. You can bring up your map just to check your position, etc. You can also fire your weapons. So for instance, I'm going to drop this grenade, this mortar shell from my tank right on top of this wanker. And I think they're both dead, which is a nice result for me. I don't think they had any commander units there though, which is a pain.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Yeah, the radio chatter, which is quite nice actually. It's But yeah, you have a variety of weapons you can use for each character. So this is my kind of preferred strategy for this map, is just ram really far up this side and leave the other side to defend itself. Oh yeah, that's them. It doesn't really affect the enemies, so I don't know why your side does it. But it's just making sure that these enemies who are downed, you know, don't get rescued and hospitalized. It can happen to your side. I've had it a few times in the campaign. Enemies run over, stamp on your guy, and essentially they die permanently, as opposed to what normally happens, which is where if you can move someone on top of move someone up to your guy, they call for a medic and get them hospitalized. Yeah, then obviously you end your turn for that particular unit that you've been moving. Yeah, so if we move on.
I'm on it.
So certain units add more what are called command points. Is there anyone over there? No, apparently not. Normally there's people hiding in the grass, because you can do that. And they're really annoying when they do it.
Keep an eye on the distance between you and them.
So yeah, this is Shock Trooper. As you can see, if I turn around, they're quite heavily armoured. This is a commander unit, so she's a character you basically have to take in every battle. Weapons, she's got a light machine gun. That's a flamethrower. Grenades, and Ragnade, which is like a healing item. So yeah, I think we'll.
Don't get pinned down. Fire back.
I think we'll leave her there, and we can move her up next turn. And also, they've got really good intercept fire abilities. You might get to see some intercept fire in a minute. Depends.
My turn, okay?
Alicia is another well, she's really central to the story of the game, so. Rather than, scouts, as you can see, slightly more limited armor, so I don't think it gives them as much protection. Weapon-wise, kind of a single-fire rifle, you know, kind of like a Lee Enfield style thing. That's a grenade launcher. Grenades, Ragnade again, and again the rifle.
Are there any weak spots in their defenses?
So hopefully you should see it in a second. So, can we? Yeah, that's an example of intercept fire. Units will shoot at you as you move. As you move. When you go into aiming mode, they will stop. So hopefully, because this is a really accurate weapon, I should hit him in the head.
Now!
Yeah, I scored a couple of criticals there as well. That's why you had the flash. He's an enemy commander. You can see the little command pip up on the top right. This will appear above him, break, gives them less action points basically for the whole movement thing when it's their turn. And obviously if they make kill your characters, with the exception of tanks, will give like a little they'll get a little cutscene comment.
Enemy sighted!
So yeah, we'll move Alicia up here. Next turn, I will... Oh, some horrible, horrible clipping there. Yes, we'll end that turn. Normally it's a good idea to put them behind cover, which I haven't shown you yet. But I will do that at the earliest possible opportunity, where it makes sense for me to put a character in cover. Obviously, if it doesn't make sense for me to put a character in cover, I won't do it.
Right away.
Yeah. So, engineer type character. Engineer, as you can see, no armor, or very, very minimal armor. They have again the kind of Lee Enfield style rifle, grenades, Ragnade, but they have a stronger version of it because they're like the ultimate support characters. But engineer's tools, which you can use for basically repairing damage to tanks. Can I? Yeah. So this is an example of one of the engineer's special abilities. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I'm going to do it anyway. So she gets out her tools. It's not like some weird kind of porn. Well, probably is, but yeah. So there you go. She can repair the terrain around, particularly sandbags, which are really useful because you can do this. This basically makes you immune to critical hits, and means that a lot of their hits don't hurt you. A lot of their shots won't hurt you. So, and if you run into them, you can jump over them. I want her to kind of form an assault party alongside these two. So. Also, when she moves up to troops, she can resupply them. That's what the little ammo tin means when it appears.
The objective ASAP.
Yeah, I'm moving to the objective ASAP, matey. So yeah. Okay. What else do I want? I want to play with my sniper as well, because
Understood.
there's a shock trooper over there, and that will be a pain in the arse if he gets close. So what I'm going to do...
It's easier alone.
Yeah. So this is one of her potentials is activated. It's not... basically, this character happens to be not a fan of other people, is the best way of putting it. And so if you move her near other people, she gets a bit upset. What happens when a potential activates is a little message will pop up saying X certain thing has happened.
Enemy unit sighted at 10 o'clock.
And they will ignore the radio chatter. And what will happen is basically an effect will occur. Sometimes you get more, I think they're unique potentials or something like that, which basically you get like a picture of the character pop up doing an action. One of them might occur in a minute actually, and they will say some lines. They also say lines with the normal battle potentials. Okay. So the nice thing with the sniper rifle is it goes to first person. You can like proper zoom in. Let's get him. Yeah, this shot, unless he dodges, because it does have dodge mechanic, is not going to miss. He's going to be flat out dead.
Good night.
See? I told you he would die, didn't I? God.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah. I kind of like the voice acting in this game as well. It's not a typical annoying voice acting that they have quite often on like anime games. Where it's like it's very kind of well done, well thought out. So yeah, I'm going to leave this character here. I've got a couple of shock troopers and an engineer over there. Lancer, as you can see, that weapon looks fairly fucking impressive, doesn't it, at the end of the day? Yeah. So end the current action. One of the other nice things about this game, I'll show you in a minute, is that if you're running low, but you have the, you think you've got time, you can leave some of your command points, end your like whole turn, let the enemy move around a little, and then it will. Yeah, so the enemy turn. What happens is, when the enemy moves their units, your closest unit will watch them move. 11? Holy shit. Yeah, so hopefully yeah, this is intercept fire, which is cool. You gotta love that. They might not finish their move when they start, basically, is what that means. Yeah, if you would normally be unable to see someone, you can't see them. So yeah, here goes the intercept fire again. From, I think that's my engineer character doing that. Because they've got the rifle which has a longer range, but... So obviously, he's decided to hide around the corner. It's kind of a safe zone for him. Oh shit, did I just... I swear I was looking for those though. Oh fuck, he's not gonna... Dallas, you can turn around and shoot him? Yes.
This should do it!
No, it won't. He's in cover. You suck at shooting. How is it ever going to do it? There we go. Hopefully there's not more in the grass on that side. He's decided to move this guy. What a knob. Come on guys, open fire. Sometimes these cameras get it all wrong. They don't pick the closest of your units to the enemy when the enemy moves. They pick one that's fairly close, but it doesn't really make sense to see it from that character. So for instance there, we were looking through Largo's eyes when I just said Nina was closer, but I think it was because Largo was the character who started out with line of sight, so they were kind of like... So yeah, now we have 12 action points. We are, I think, more than capable of
My turn,
moving
okay?
every character. So what I'm going to do is certain terrain in this game is climbable. Hopefully there's
Enemy sighted!
no one around the corner who's...
Enemy unit spotted!
Yeah. So the scout obviously as a unit, well, has a good line of sight over everything.
Enemy unit spotted!
So there we go. We've got a fairly good targeting ability on this guy. There we go. One of the things is, if their corpse falls off the side, like that, it will respawn on top for no apparent reason.
work. Keep taking them down.
So, one
Enemy sighted.
things you
Enemy
can do
unit spotted.
is if you get up high, you can basically see everyone. Yeah, so
Enemy sighted.
here I can
Enemy
see
sighted.
they have multiple tanks. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to camp up here basically now with this character. And whenever I can, I'm going to take pot shots at fuckers. That's generally the best strategy.
Requesting response.
The blue lines mean that they can't really hit me anyway, so there's no need to worry my little head about that. So what to move next is I would say a delicate question, but I now know all their units. One of the things is they might request reinforcements, which will be a pain in the arse. What type of tank is that? Light, and a light tank. That's a scout. So
Entering combat.
should I? No, I'm not going to bother. Basically, infantry, with the exception of Lancer, generally can't take down tanks. Tank has one weak spot, which the big blue glowing radiator on the rear of the tank. What will happen is, if that gets hit, it's a critical hit, the tank will die in one shot. That is essentially all that does. You know, but you know, the only thing that works against it is other tanks and lancers. If your enemy doesn't use tanks or lancers, you know, they've got no way of taking down tank, and it gives you a massively unfair advantage. There's an early mission where basically you can't take down tanks. You've just got to. I have a feeling when I try to fire this tank, these trees are going to be in the way. Yeah. No real. That's a light tank. Can I one-shot that tank? Apparently so. Can I one-shot this guy? No, I can't because the tree's in the way. So hopefully this will hit.
Fire!
Yeah. So obviously I'm over leveled for this map. There's no denying it. But and if I tried to deny it, I'd be a filthy fucking liar. Am I even going to? I mean, what have they got? They've got that. So unless they move that a fucking ton, they haven't really.
Right away.
I'm not going to bother with this fucking scout. He's in my rear, but
It's our own secret garden.
yeah, it's a surprisingly creepy line, actually, for this game. It's her own secret garden. I think her backstory. I mean, most of these characters, they have backstories, but you just got to read it. You can't really like just suddenly. You know, it's not really explained in the game, because obviously they were just working this out when it started. Working it out, kind of. Can we? No, the tree's in the way. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb up here because it's fairly safe. I think they have an engineer over there. I've got to decide who I'm taking out here, because they do have an but the engineer is creeping. Like it would take an exact 5 shots to take him down. Take down that shock trooper. Scout. it's not really worth taking out scouts unless they happen to be in your way.
Take this.
Oh, come on, Dallas. Fucking hell. Now he gets to fire back because I haven't killed him. So hopefully the enemy's engineer, instead of fixing his tank, which would just be a pain in the arse, will decide to help his shock trooper, which would be less a pain in the arse. So yeah, end the current action. Or what I could do, I suppose, is instead of moving all my other units, I could just focus on this assault group over here.
I'm on it.
In fact, that might be a better idea, come to think of it. So, he took one shot. If you're looking at my health bar, you can't see that it's changed, but he has only taken away one of my hit points. So, you know, wasn't really worth it, I don't think. But, you know, having said that, you know, so for a machine gun, this has a really tight grouping. Because it's a royal weapon, it's got the R after it. This is one of the really big potentials. So, undodgeable shot. If the enemy could dodge, they can't now. And obviously he's dead. Did I just destroy the tree? Is that what? And obviously she's firing.
Mwah.
Keep casualties down. Who are these guys?
So I'm going to end that action. And yeah, I think I will just focus on this group over this side until something more interesting happens down the other end. So
Entering combat.
yeah. And I'll try and get out of the tree.
Fire!
There we go. So that's how you destroy a tank. Normally it would take 5 or 6 shots and you'd just hit the radiator like a juggernaut. But for the purposes of this, it was a light tank. I'm over leveled for the map. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to smash through these. Sole purpose of getting this fucking engineer out of cover. You can't run people over. It's important to note that, I think, for this game. Running people over is not a viable strategy. They will survive. So, yeah, now what to do? Let's get Alicia
My turn, okay?
to take down that stormtrooper. Well, not actually the one I was shooting at with Dallas earlier, I don't think. I think I'll take out this one. Or hopefully take him out.
Please hit.
There we go. I think it was important to take that one out because obviously he's got Star just destroy that command pip, basically, is the idea. Also, the goal of this mission is to capture the enemy's base. You can't do that if there's enemies within a little area around the base, so you have to kind of take them out anyway. So I might as well do it now, rather than, you know, start that process now rather than later. I have a feeling though that, and I think literally next turn I will take this base. Obviously the game would move a bit faster if I hadn't,
Leave it to me.
if I wasn't recording. So at the moment everything's taking a little while to complete because of can we yeah, so I just have to get one critical hit to kill it, or literally 2 on his body. So
This should do it.
there we go. And now, so he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I might even be able to complete this turn.
Just keep up this pace.
In the current action, yes. In fact, I think I almost certainly will be. How many? Oh no, I won't.
I'm on it.
But next turn, I will almost certainly win this battle. You know, without much of a try. And obviously, he missed, hit. I mean, what should I do? Ooh. Yeah. So if you notice in the top right-hand corner, it's telling me that the tank Edelweiss will be helping me fire. Basically, what happens is if you're near your mates will help you do shit. So they will fight with you. That can be good. If they're next to like people who they're really friendly with, the other person will do extra damage as well, over and above their normal. So let's just get on with this, I think.
Let me help!
You see, Welkin just shouted, "Let me help." So yeah, and obviously for some reason they've never heard of ammo conservation. Basically, if you fire,
Target silenced.
they
On to the next
will
one.
keep on firing until, you know, they've fired a full magazine, which is a bit wasteful, got to be said, but there we go. So, escape, end that action, yes. And let's see what units they've got on the field. So I really like this battle system. It's really tight and ooh, that's another Master Scout. Well, he's only got 5 units left, so in the current phase, yes. What he may do is burst a tank through the wall on my camp group. Not as so there we go. So now he's only got 10 command points. Did he use that many? Oh, he's turning round. No, he's not. Is he? No, he's about to burst through the wall and attack my other group. That's what's going to happen, I think. Oh no, he's reversing. No, he's going through the wall. I think he's scripted to do that. In the story, he does the exact same thing. There's a little cutscene of him bursting through the wall, which is quite fun. Obviously, Dallas has more of a line of sight to him because Alicia's hiding behind a rock. Yeah, I think he just burst through the wall. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to shoot. Who's he going to fire at? Tank.
Under light fire!
Yeah. Shamrock, which is my light scouting tank. I didn't pick these names, they come in the game. But, you know, is pretty much, at the moment, impervious because he's over-leveled. He might move it again. Oh, he's trying to sneak up on me, I think. Is he gonna come up the ladder? Yes. No? No, he's gonna try and sneak attack me. No, he's just gonna stand there. He's not sure what to do. Yeah, so he's done. So this should give me 11, you know. Let's try and... I want to show you a radiator explosion, because they're quite fun to watch. And hopefully I can... Yeah, so obviously Lance is quite tough as a character. Also, he's over-leveled, which makes everything better. Obviously, they...
made enemy contact.
Can I just take this down in one go, actually, come to think of it? No, I promised you a radiator explosion. A radiator explosion you shall have. So, radiator, big glowing thing, powered by something called Ragnite, which is like, what's the best way of putting it? It's like whale oil from Dishonored, you know. Something works. Whale oil, which is just their answer to everything. There we go. Big kaboom. I like the fact that the sound effects do pop up over it. As well. That's quite nice. It gives it that kind of... Well, it's not really unusual, I suppose, but...
Alright!
Obviously, it's out of sync with the original Japanese voice acting, so it's just kind of...
Spotted an enemy!
So hopefully Marina, my sniper, can now take out that scout up there. Because I enjoy, you know, victory never feels like a good victory unless you've taken out like most, if not all, of the enemy units. That might just be me. And sometimes for practical pull my tongue back in. Practical purposes, I will ignore certain enemies. Who should I go for? Go for... Well, actually, I could just hit this shock trooper from right across the map. That might be useful. There we go. Did the whole, like, kind of... Holy shit! Back dive thing as well.
Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
I think I'll use my sniper again to take out that other scout. To take out that scout I can see. You know, there's no real reason to do it. I just feel like doing it, particularly bearing in mind that I'm about to get a 3-turn victory, I think. If I don't get a 3-turn victory, I will be mighty annoyed, to say the least. So yeah, sniper is one of the more powerful classes, I would say. But they are very weak, so you need to kind of keep them in a really good sniping position where they can't also be shot. And the enemy has access to all the same classes that you have access to. So they also have snipers, which can be really annoying late
Sweet
game.
dreams.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Let's see if we can get a third one. That guy around the corner. Because she's got 1 ammo left. Oh, yeah, if you look at the bottom right, they do have ammo. Snipers also only have access to their sniper rifle and rag nade. This character happens to have a unique sniper rifle. What happens?
Status report, soldiers.
You can get like medals and things, which add rewards for being, you know, an awesome guy. Basically, is the idea.
Understood.
The possibility of a no-scope doesn't exist in this game, it has to be said. Obviously, because these characters don't have armor, they take a bit more damage. So let's get right in his visor.
Good night.
Or, you know, just do that. The visor's not hardcore enough. Yeah, this was a bit of an easy map, gotta be said, really. There probably is a way to do it in turn 1, gotta be said.
Sweet dreams.
Oh yeah, I like this animation where they kind of, oh yeah, rest with the rifle like that. That's quite nice, I like it. Yeah, and the current action. So we got is that one last guy. Well, shouldn't be too difficult. We could just. So what I'll probably do is I'll use the shock trooper to take him out, and then do a scout rush for victory.
Let's do this thing.
In terms of weapons, they also have a flamethrower. I don't know to kill. It probably won't kill him in one go though, which I want. Ragnade, she could heal herself. Actually, I think I'll just showcase you the flamethrower, because if I don't, I can always, you know, show it to you again, or I can always attack him again.
Go
So-
down!
Yeah, for some reason they decide that they've got to do like a whole. No, it worked fine. I think the flamethrower is pretty cool. So he's down.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Can we even get the flag from here with this character? Don't need to waste any more command points on it. Yeah, I think we probably can. Friendly fire can be an issue in this game sometimes as well. I should warn you. Yeah, we can occupy. This doesn't always grant you victory, but you put up the flag for your particular country, and ooh yeah, occupied enemy camp. You get a nice noise as well. You know, I prefer that to, you know, like Link's quest complete music or something like that from, you know, like Legend of Zelda. For some reason, this noise is more gratifying. Is it gonna let me go now? This is the main character, by the way, Welkin.
Operation complete. We took their base.
He's the character you kind of play as. and if he dies, you will fail any mission because he's not allowed to die. Only a B rank. It goes all the way up to A, I think, just because I took 3 turns. Aces are like really special enemies. There weren't any in this map, so yeah, that's a paltry amount of experience and money that I got for that, but I will take it because, you know, why not? So one of the other things I want to show you is the headquarters. Return to headquarters, yeah. Basically, this is like the capital. It's where you do all your things. So you have your squad barracks. Go in there. You can change guys' equipment. The command room, where you can change your squad roster. What's more important though is the training field. Hold on. When it loads. So.
Welcome to your worst nightmare, maggots!
Yep. Obviously, the talking heads thing.
Train all you want. I've got all day.
Okay. So one of the things you can do, I don't have enough experience to level any of these up. But what I can do is you level up class by class rather than rather than like on an individual basis, which is quite nice. So for example, you know, you add a certain amount of experience to, for instance here, the Lancers. You sure? Yes.
I got no use for tears.
He shouts
Sweat,
some
sweat,
motivational shit at you. Yeah. If it leveled up, it would go do 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 do, and then there'd be like, yay, people clapping and stuff. Yeah. So, exit training field. Yes. I should return to headquarters.
Come back anytime you're ready to sweat.
As well. Then you have the R&D facility. Basically, in here, you upgrade your weapons and armor.
Welkin, bro! I'm stoked you're here, man. What can I do you for?
So there's him. Develop weapons. I'll show you some weapon development. Do I have enough money for? Of course I can't go down. I've got to go. Can't. No, not quite. That's annoying. Anything else I can buy? Rifles. I don't think I need any of these. But yeah, there's lots of like kind of trees that you can go down. Wait, clip size up? Oh, that's new. Shots 25. Nah, it wouldn't be worth it at the end of the day. Lancers. You can get mortar lancers, but apparently they're not very good, so I haven't. Sniper rifles. I'm kind of annoyed with myself actually because I fully upgraded my sniper rifles, but I never used my sniper rifles because, you know, there's only 4 sniper rifles available, 4 snipers available in the game, and I just used what do you call it? And I use the unique ones you get off. Fully upgraded my grenades, and I think I've fully done the uniforms as well. It is literally. Oh no! There we go. Something I can upgrade.
Here you go, bro. All done.
Yeah, and they have random lines like that. One of the nice things as well that you can do is outfit tanks. I want to show you this just because it's a Yoda device. But change parts, so you have parts for your weapon, right? And it's kind of like a little Tetris game. Which is quite a nice idea actually. For you know, some of this stuff is nice. but the problem is obviously that it doesn't always work. Yeah, so I'm going to exit the R&D facility.
Come.
So obviously then you've got other things. So Castle Front Street, that allows you to get access to bonus content like done as news reports, as well as just read sort of background news reports. War Cemetery, it doesn't do what it sounds like it does. You meet like an old guy there who then offers to give you like orders and stuff. That sounded weird. He teaches you how to use order. Oh shit, that's something I didn't show you, was orders, but we'll worry about that another time. Audience hall, you go there, get medals and stuff. I don't know whether I can book mode. Hold on, I'll check if I can use the audience hall in a moment. She might give me some stuff. I don't think she'll give me a medal because I haven't got an achievement.
Welcome, Lieutenant.
Yeah, she had nothing for me. That's what that was.
Already on your way back to base?
Yeah, sometimes she gives you royal weapons, which are, you know, really good. So yeah, so I'll return to book mode. Really, there's not a lot more that I can show you. Yes. Oh, one thing I will do though is I need to mention is that saving cannot be done. There's no autosave feature. You have to save manually, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, gotta be said. But having said that, I don't mind. It's a good game. Title screen, and I think. So yeah, that's that. After this, so obviously this is the end of the recording bit. I will record my opinion on the game's other features as well. But I will say that I definitely think it's well worth a buy, even if you're not into anime, that sort of thing. It's a fun game to play. No online mode, no competition or anything like that, if that kind of thing floats your boat. But it is a good game. So, yeah, thanks for watching. There'll be a kind of review bit after this. So now we move on to the review section, where we talk about Valkyria Chronicles. So each of these kind of 4 categories I've got, and each of them will be marked out of 26. This is an important number for me. It's also an important number. It's 12 signs of the zodiac with the 7 planets, 4 elements, and 3 kind of fates. That's the number all added together. So the 4 categories are visual, audio, gameplay, story. So when it comes to the visuals of the game, the visuals of this game are Valkyria Chronicles are very, very, very striking. It's really well done. It's new. It's something a little bit different. Well, it's not new. The game came out 2008 on PS3, but it's a very good game, and the graphics are nice. They might not be to your taste exactly, but they are very good. And the game has this kind of a very good visual image. I would definitely give the game quite a high score. I would say probably 23 out of 28. No, 26. What the fuck am I? 23. So then we move on to the audio. The music is very strong, very stirring. I enjoyed listening to the music. And I think the voice acting is very good. There's a few characters that I wasn't so keen on. One of the best examples I think for this is Jan. You know, he's kind of got a very stereotypical camp guy voice. Hello, honey, kind of thing. So I would say that probably that, but kind of brings it down a little bit. Maybe 20 or 21 I would go for the audio. Most of it's very strong. There's just a few little bits that are kind of thing. Gameplay, again, gameplay is very solid, bit clunky on the PC because it's a port, but it's fun, it's simple. You'd get to know what the fuck everything is fairly fucking quickly. So, what should we say? I'll give it another 23 for that, actually. Story-wise, story very strong. Having said that, it's also quite simple. Yeah, no, I would say it's a fairly simple story as well. Um, but it works. It makes sense. I genuinely felt invested in the characters that it bothers to develop. That's one of its problems, is it doesn't develop some of the characters enough. But we will, particularly the other squad members. The command cadre are done really well. Everyone else is kind of left to rot by the wayside. So again, maybe it's not the strongest video game story I've ever played. So I'll give it a 19. Which, if my calculations are correct, that gives it a grand total of 86 divided by 4, 21.5, which is a very good game. Again, I can't recommend it enough. Go out, play it. It's not shabby, it's not shit. Go play it. It's good. Okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed making it. Bye. Love you all. Bye.